I really hope that being able to come from this area and never walking into a room and being like, oh, I don't have to hide that I'm like a Mexican farm boy, field worker type person who grew up in a super poor rural community. I don't need to feel uncomfortable about not saying who I am. And I want every single person who grew up in these fields, I want them to be able to feel that they can like literally do anything that they set their mind to. So what we're checking for is we check to make sure that the water is being irrigated properly throughout the tree. We're here at Wilson Ranch. It's a ranch out here in Woodlake, California. This ranch is about 140 acres. It's a citrus ranch, and this is a beautiful view in the background of all the mountains in Sequoia National Park, a little bit beyond the clouds. I've been working here since I was about 14 years old, so over 10 years now. I love working the farm. It's been like a very awesome experience. It's almost like a form of therapy nowadays. My dad helps manage it, so he was the first one that was like, hey, let me show you kind of what hard work is. And I was like, oh, okay, this looks kind of fun. Until you realize after that first little hit of adrenaline kind of passes, you're like, wait, this is actually kind of hard work. And I give props to my dad for being able to be out here all the time, and all the different field workers and farm workers and people across America that work in rural communities, because it's really tough. It also became really difficult, and it was a little bit of a struggle. I got put on academic probation in the beginning because it was really, really difficult to make everything work. So USC was really awesome to me, and I started talking to them a little bit more about what I like to do, as well as with my friends. And that turned into wanting to decide to change my route into industrial and systems engineering, which was focused on more big picture problem solving, using statistics and probabilities to solve problems, which kind of deals a little bit more with what I want to deal with now. The very first time I ever felt like I was out of place was at USC. When you go to your classes and you meet professors, there's not a lot of professors that look like someone like me, come from a background similar like me, especially not like this. And not only that, but then you read textbooks and you read about examples. They start mentioning about famous people, great minds in engineering, and you never really get to see anyone that's from the Latinx community. And for me, that always hurt, and it made it a struggle. We started giving talks to people and educating people about what it was like growing up as a Latinx field worker, farm worker, and then also like being in the STEM field and getting really great jobs and being able to succeed. But we also struggled in the beginning, and that's the world I want people to understand, is that we experience a struggle that maybe other individuals don't, or other groups don't. And we gave these really great speeches and stories, to the point where I got asked to go to DC to go give a speech at the Capitol in a Senate building about why and how we could get more Latinx representation in the STEM field. Something I take the most pride in is being able to come from the farm and being able to grow up here, because it's so different than the way the rest of the world grows up. My parents gave up their dreams to be able to see our dreams come true. It's crazy. We grew up in the dirt. Like we were here the whole time, like growing up on a farm, and now like, you know, I'm doing some of the coolest things at USC, and I'm flying across the country speaking in DC. But like my family has always inspired me so much, because being able to see them work that hard and give so much love to us, like that's the thing that matters to me, is like being able to give and show that love. I think is the most admirable and amazing thing anyone can do in the world. But I will always be a farm boy at heart, and I will always be super proud of where I come from. And I know no matter where I go, whether it's rocket science, designing cars, redesigning the way the world sees STEM education or education in itself, I will be and always have been a proud farm boy.